Hey, welcome back to the Think Bigger Real Estate Show. Hopefully you can hear me okay. I'm here in the Grand Opryland Hotel, Nashville, Tennessee, Digital Marketing Conference, learning some amazing things. And I just happened to bump into one of my longtime friends from long ago, Enoch Sears. He is an architect and actually has a digital media company in which he gives really great resources, coaching to architect firms. So anyway, it was really fun bumping into him here. And tonight I want to talk about something I think is really kind of probably, actually, first of all, thank you, Enoch, for taking a few minutes this late at night. It's super late where we're at. We just got a late conference. It's pushing midnight.
It's almost midnight, but this guy keeps going.
And we just keep on rolling, man. No stopping. So at this conference, they brought in the founder of Operation Underground Railroad, which is an operation that goes in a bunch of bad A dudes, former Navy SEALs that go in and bust up human trafficking rings in other countries. And were you impressed by the presentation tonight?
Blown away, blown away. I mean, yeah. I'm a big fan of Navy SEALs, the operator mentality, everything they do. I mean, and to see a lot of the guys that are involved in those operations, you know, who've left the Navy SEALs, left the Rangers, and then doing something like that with their life is, it does make me proud to be an American. But not just an American, proud to be a citizen of the world that cares about other people. And man, it was just very inspiring.
Yeah. So the point, I guess the message that I would hope that, at least that I'm taking away from this is, you know, the real estate industry is a really powerful industry. And I think sometimes we don't think big enough, that we think in terms of what does my family need? And that's it. And so we don't get really disciplined in getting good enough to really go bigger, right? And to think beyond, like, for $2,500, that's the cost to actually bring someone out of sex slavery, a child out of sex slavery, and rehabilitate them to where they have the opportunity to have a good life. Think about the frivolous things that we spend $2,500 on in the course of a year.
Yep.
I don't know if that thought went through your mind at all.
It is now. Let's put it that way. It is now.
But this concept of how grateful I am to be part of such a great industry. And I hope that maybe all of us start to think a little bit bigger and start to think about growing beyond just what we need, and realize that there's some children in some really bad situations in the world right now, that finding great organizations like Operation Underground Railroad to lift them out is a powerful thing. Any other thoughts from you, Enoch?
Yeah, I was really struck by the fact that everyone has a part to play. Right, so I'm not an ex-Navy SEAL. I could never survive even the most basic Navy SEAL training camp. But what I do as a businessman, what I do as an entrepreneur, it contributes in a way. So I think the best thing we can do, and my kind of thought that I was having as I watched that amazing movie premiere that we just got to see, and being here at this marketing conference, is that we all have a part to play. You know, and we should all do our best to do it. Not only do it just mediocre, but excel at what we're doing and realize that it's important.
Yeah.
Very, very important.
I love that. If we just get by with mediocre, we'll still live. We'll probably still be fine. But there are people out there whose lives could be touched if we actually put in the effort to be great at it.
Yep.
And it's almost like Grant Cardone says, it's our duty and our obligation to have massive success.
Absolutely.
Not so that we can necessarily increase our own lifestyle, although that's one of the benefits of it, but more importantly, because of the good that money can do. Right?
Yep. I mean, this, you can look them up online. Operation Underground Railroad. They have the trailer on there. It's heart wrenching. I was thinking about, I don't even know if my wife would even want to watch it, because it is disturbing to see the reality of what's happening in this world. But at the same time, it is heartwarming. And the guy who's leading it, Tim Ballard, who we just saw, he premiered the movie. You know, it started as an idea in his head, and he relies exclusively on donations.
Yeah.
Right? So it's people like you and I who are willing to say that, hey, that's an important cause I believe in. Russell Brunson, who's throwing this conference, and, you know, kind of getting everyone together to contribute to that cause. So whether you contribute to that cause or something else, you're making an impact. And I know Justin here, my buddy's been doing that for a long time. And,
yeah. Good stuff. Enoch Sears, if you know any architects that are great practitioners but maybe could use some help on the business side, how would people get a hold of you, Enoch? how would people find your courses and stuff that you offer?
I would say just have them search for the Business of Architecture podcast on iTunes. And actually, they might have already heard of it. So you can use it as a conversation starter.
I love it. The Business of Architecture. Find his podcast on iTunes and let people know about it. It's great stuff. And he and his business partner,
Ryan's hiding over here. Ryan, come on over
here. From the UK.
Yep.
Here, let's get Ryan in here. So Ryan is from the UK. These two guys are business partners. And come on, squeeze in here, Ryan.
I'll scoot over a little bit. In the UK, Tom came all the way over from London. Good evening. Join us. Ryan, what was your biggest takeaway from today?
From today?
Just today in general.
Just the possibility and the being able to communicate a powerful story and being authentic with that message, that you really can create an audience, you can create a movement. And that's, I think, sort of the message I've gotten from today is that a lot of the businesses that I've seen here are mission-led businesses.
Yeah.
And they're businesses that have grown organically and they've created movements and audiences, which is from such a deep grassroots level that anything can happen and you can change anything. And I think that was reflected as well in the film that we just watched, about the real power of entrepreneurship. It's not just about making money, it's actually about making a difference to humanity. And it literally was transformational. Very, very inspiring.
Awesome. Great stuff, guys. Really grateful to have bumped in unexpectedly to Enoch and for having met Ryan, two really bright guys that are making a difference in the world. And hopefully this has been helpful. If it has been, do me a favor and share it. Make some comments like this. This message is a really important one to me, is that real estate is much bigger than just taking care of our own families. They're really impacting the world in a great way. So have a great night, everybody.
Peace out.
And thanks, guys, for being on the show. I appreciate it. See you, everybody.